Hey guys, good morning. It's Pete once again, and I thought I'd do a quick video response to SoCal Prepper's contest where he's so graciously and generously donating his hard-earned money to the cause of storm relief, which I think is just fantastic, so I'm happy to participate. First question is the Second Amendment and how much is too much, and in my humble opinion, I think that line of how much is too much should extend a lot further than where it ends today in most places in our country. And I think basically the right to have and bear arms is a very essential part of our Constitution. And I think if we had more people who are armed, we'd have less crime. I 100% believe in the adage that it's people who commit crimes, not guns themselves. If we were to address the issues of why people live in a constant state of want and shortage, there'd be no real need for people to harm one another with weapons. I think it's total baloney that taking guns away is going to take crime away. That's just a total crock, and it's so obvious. I'm surprised that we still do that. It's insane. But again, there's so many insane things going on right now. That's just one thing. So anyway, how much is too much? I think we should be able to have up to and including all manner of fully automatic, etc. weapons up to the caliber of 50 cal. At which point, I think it would be great if we were to be able to establish well-run militias in different states that weren't preyed upon by the federal government and treated as if they are some kind of, terrorists or something, when in fact they're not. I think that's a great idea. I really believe in that. Anyway, if I were president, I think was another question, what would I do? And what I would do would be to address those issues of why people are in such a constant state of shortage and insecurity, with the value of people's 401ks going up and down and having no real firm footing for a feeling of security in a person's life. I think that causes all the problems we see domestically among the citizenry, government problems or military, etc., our entanglements and such. I think that's a whole different matter which needs to be addressed as well. I would, as president, get the heck out of all foreign entanglements, let other countries have their ability to form their own forms of government that works for them. It has happened in other parts of the world, South America in particular, where after democratically elected leaders were put into positions of power and started helping their people, our government subversively funded revolutions that essentially devastated much of Central and South America and many other parts of the world, Middle East. I just think, let's worry about America, Americans, and feeding, housing, and fostering a general, state of happiness and prosperity here at home. I think would eliminate so much in the world of suffering and needless anguish. Third question, and my final answer, because I don't know what the fourth one is. I watched Sultan of Shynola's video and got these three, and I forgot what the fourth was, and there's no way I'm going to watch that whole video again because he's so long-winded. Just kidding. Alternative energy. Heck yeah. I've been against fossil fuels now for about 15 to 20 years, since college, when I learned about how many alternative fuel sources there were. My stepdad worked in the solar industry in the 80s, and he was part owner of a solar company, and they were shut down. They couldn't make it because at that time in the 80s it was the big oil bonanza, and it seems as if from above people have put pressure on suppressing alternative energy, and I think that's ridiculous. So I think the more the better. There's so many alternative energies that make sense. I think research into cold fusion, awesome. more research into plant matter and how that can be used as ethanol, I think is fantastic. The Model T Ford ran on corn ethanol, which I don't think is a good idea, subsidizing corn producers. But I think sugar cane in the southern states and other plants around the country, I think is a great idea. Solar's awesome. Wind, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on that because it's so expensive. I know tidal is a very progressive thing that shows some good signs, so I think more investment in that would be good. And yeah, anything that can be used efficiently without harming the environment, I think is a good idea. Oil is, it's a fossil fuel. It's a fossil, old, dead technology. There's absolutely no reason with all of our modern technology that we should be employing fossil fuels to run engines that haven't really been updated in 100 years. Sure, there's electronics to make the internal combustion engine more efficient, but essentially, come on, we could do better than that. And we have done better than that, and I think we need to work on enlarging what's been done thus far and doing more. And I'd like to live in a world where my personal consumption of energy doesn't affect anything or anyone else. I love that idea. So those are my 3 answers. SoCal, love your channel. You're a great guy, and thanks for what you do, and thanks for donating to this cause. I think it's admirable, and have a great day. Take care. Talk to you guys next time. I'm off for a bike ride now.